Welcome to the training. So excited to teach you today how I can tell in 5 minutes whether you will have a successful business or not. So my name is Heather Colledge. I have been in online business for 10 and a half years, and I have enrolled over 600 clients during this time. And I can tell whether or not you're going to be successful by a few things. So let me share with you what these things are so you can really set yourself up for success and be as profitable and have a thriving business as possible. So really excited to share all about this. So I have discovery calls all the time with nurses who tell me that they have been getting ready to start their business for years. And they have had, they've done certification programs. They've been thinking about it for years. They have all of these ideas, but they have no idea how to put it together. And so here's the specific example of one nurse, but I can tell you this has happened hundreds of times over the years. I've done over 3,000 discovery calls, and I've had probably hundreds of nurses tell me this. So, and this has happened over and over and over again. I have people in my audience that I've been talking to for 4 or 5 years who still have not started their businesses. So this particular nurse had taken 3 different certification programs. She had notebooks full of ideas. She had watched hundreds of hours of YouTube videos about starting a business. She kept telling me that she needed a little bit more clarity before she could launch. Kept telling me, well, I'm not exactly clear on my niche. I have so many things that I want to help people with that I just can't start because I don't have that clarity yet. And so I asked her, like, what would need to happen for her to feel ready? And she couldn't answer the question. This is when I knew that she would be in the same position years from now if something didn't change. And I see it over and over and over again. Nurses who tell me that they want freedom, they want flexibility, they want to make their own schedule, they want to be their own boss, they want to work from anywhere, they want to have more finances, more flexibility to be with their family. And yet they sit in fear and don't do anything. They sit and they don't hire a real business mentor to help them take action. They don't implement what's being taught for them to finally be able to make traction in their business and sign clients and make money. I see this happening all the time, and it breaks my heart because you are stronger than that. You are smarter than that. You do not need to be giving yourself like negative talk and telling yourself all the reasons why it won't work or why you're not good enough. That's a bunch of bullcrap. You will never have the dreams that you desire if you continue telling yourself all of this negative self-talk and not believing in yourself and not believing in the possibility. The moment you step into abundance and the moment you step into really believing with every fiber of your being that this is possible for you and you are ready to do whatever it takes to make it happen, you're ready and willing to work hard, be disciplined, put in the work, take the action, even if you're scared, that is how I know that you're going to be successful. If you are not willing to do those things, then I know in 5 minutes that you will not have a successful business ever. So the week before that call with this nurse, I spoke to a health pro who had been thinking about coaching for about 3 months. She had no certifications. She hadn't taken a single course, but she knew exactly what problem she wanted to solve and exactly who she wanted to help. She asked me how fast could she get her business structure set up and so that she could start signing clients. And let me tell you that one of these people will hit 6 figures in the next 12 months. The other one will still be researching and preparing. So the difference is when you come in and you're willing to work hard, you're willing to be disciplined, you're willing to do what it takes, even when you're scared, even when you're rejected, even when people tell you no, and you keep going and keep moving, and you learn how to be a CEO of your business and actually build your business, which allows you to then coach and help people. That's how I know that you're going to be successful. When you are willing to invest in a business mentor, and you're confident, you believe in yourself, that's how I know you're going to be successful, right? So the difference isn't talent or experience or how many certifications you've had or how much knowledge you have. I talk to nurses all the time who have all kinds of certifications, nutrition, Reiki, yoga, breath work, all the things, all these trainings, all this education, and they have no idea how to make money, no idea how to put their business together. No idea how to get clients, no idea how to post on social media, no idea how to do marketing. So stop buying theory and textbook education that you could learn on Google and ChatGPT and hire a business coach to teach you and help you stay accountable to making it happen and creating it. This is the difference between someone who is too scared to start and gathering information and someone who is willing to take action despite their fear. Because I was scared. I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I was starting my business. I was terrified. I had no idea if people would enroll. I had no idea if people would hire me. But I knew in my being that I wasn't okay with being a nurse for another 30 years of my life. So my fear of staying stuck in the same place and not moving was greater than my fear of putting myself out there and learning new things, because all of this is learnable. All of the business skills that you can learn are learnable. These are things just like going to school. You learn how to do things and then you implement them. That is how you grow. That is how you create a different reality. This is how you create the freedom, the flexibility, the travel, the time with your family, all the things that you want and love. And you have to be willing to work for that. It is a lot of work and it's 100% worth it. So that one person, she's making business decisions and the other person is managing her anxiety by collecting information. So I'd love for you to do a gut check on which person are you? Are you continuing to gather information for years and years and years and never start? Never hire a business mentor to help you finally know exactly how to start, how to narrow your niche, how to create a structured business foundation to help you launch and grow successfully and scale? Or are you continuing to take certification after certification, training after training, growing your knowledge, but not even being able to apply it because you have no paying clients, right? So after 10 years of doing this work, I've learned that overthinking looks productive because your brain is busy. You're researching, you're planning, you're weighing your options, you're convincing yourself that being thorough is responsible. But it's not the same thing as building a business. The clients who succeed start treating a business the same way they treated getting through school. So if you show up to your business like it is your career, like it is a master's program that you're in, I can guarantee you're going to get your work done and you're going to be doing what is being taught. That is how you create and build a successful business, when you take it seriously and when you implement, when you do the work, right? So the people who are successful understand that it's going to be hard. They understand that they don't have all the answers yet, and they show up anyway because the goal mattered more than the discomfort. We have to be willing to work hard. We have to be willing to get out of our comfort zone and do scary things. So these, the successful coaches that I talk to and nurses, health pros, they don't wait to feel confident. They make decisions that would eventually create confidence. So when you invest in a business mentor, this is how you're able to grow in your confidence, because you're learning the skills to finally take the action and to create and start and launch your business and get paying clients. So this is really the difference that I see. So again, do that gut check, see what is coming up for you. I also want to talk today about the things that I wish I knew sooner when I built to my first 6 figures. So I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. I've earned $4 million in the last 6 years with my business. I was an ICU nurse for 8 years before that. And here are 3 things that I wish I knew when I was trying to make my first 6 figures. Number 1, I wish that I had started before I felt ready, instead of letting fear steal years from me. I literally lost years. I was in a health and wellness company for 5 years. And for the last 3 years, I wanted to start my own business. And I kept dragging my feet. I kept having too many fears and excuses around starting my own business. And I kick myself every day for not starting sooner. So I don't want that to happen to you. I was listening to podcasts by women with their own businesses, thinking that would be amazing, but I was doing absolutely nothing about it. I was scared of failing. I was scared of other people's opinions, scared of not being good enough. And it wasn't until my dad passed away suddenly in 2019 that I realized life is too short to be held back by fear. That's when I finally decided to jump in and go all in. Looking back, I wish I hadn't let fear hold me back for so long. Fear is just bad management of the mind. Number 2, I wish that I had hired a business coach immediately instead of trying to figure it out all alone. There's no way that I would have been able to transition from that health and wellness company to building my own business without hiring a business coach. I had no idea how to create a program or structure my own business. I had no idea what I was going to coach on. The moment I invested in real business mentorship was the moment that everything changed. At this point now, I've invested over $220,000 in business education and mentorship with 0 regrets. Every investment taught me so much, even the ones that didn't go exactly as planned. I could tell you some wild stories about things that happened to me. And I don't blame the program. I don't blame the coach. I take full responsibility and I still learned lessons, even from not the best experiences. The faster you get help, the faster you grow, period. Number three, I wish that I had invested in rooms that challenge how I think, not just what I know. So, as nurses, we love education. We want more letters behind our name, more certifications, more degrees. But what if you invested that same energy and money into building a business that could give you freedom instead? The real transformation does not come from more theory and textbook knowledge. It comes from being surrounded by other entrepreneurs who are building what you want to build. Put yourself in a room with someone who's more successful than you, who helps you strive to be better and to do more and want to achieve more and to be able to see how they do it, right? That's everything. This is why I hire mentors, to see how they do things, to pick their brains, to learn, to grow, to make even more progress. And this is exactly why I created the Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. We have small cohorts of 5 clients max, personalized coaching, a team of experts with over 70 years of combined experience. We cover high ticket coaching, launching, scaling, social media, marketing strategies, graphic design, logos, website, branding, you name it, we cover it. So this is a room where everyone expects you to show up as the CEO, not just someone thinking about starting someday. And we'll hold you to that. We want to hold you accountable, give you phenomenal support and guidance along the way. This is why our clients get such amazing results and transformation, because of the phenomenal support that they receive. So go ahead and send me a message on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram with the word Academy to learn more about how to be a part of our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. And stop waiting for the perfect moment that is never coming. There will never be a right time. You will never not be busy. Like, you have to just dive in and start. That's the only way to create what you really want in life. So go ahead and send me the word Academy to my personal inbox on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. And I would love to learn more about your goals and to see if this would be a good fit for you. And this will be fantastic to be able to see everything that is included, all the ways that we can help you really make that dream of yours come to reality, really creating that freedom, that flexibility, making your own schedule, being your own boss, all the things that we want, right? That's what I've created with my business and what I've helped hundreds of other nurses how to do. So I'm excited to hear from you. Send me a message, and I hope that you have an amazing week.